Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Swemp Electronics Football Alliance Division 1. And this is the halfway point in the season. Coming up after this round, Matchday 13. We can look at the results from last time and see it was a great day for victories. 6 people coming out victorious and only one draw. Mr. Savage is first. Hello, Mr. Savage. We know we are hoping for the co-commentator tonight. We are hoping to have Wolfie on. Who knows? Who knows how good would it be to get the man on at last? But we are playing the waiting game. I have sent him the link just in case he can join the Zoom. But I'm hopeful. I'm not 100% confident. We'll find out. So, last time we had Dalgety Rangers getting back to form, a wing and a prayer indeed. 6-2 victors over Imaginary Madrid in the league. Jordi Cruyff scoring but then getting injured. Alan Smith coming off the bench and scoring for Imaginary Madrid. But, Nicky Franco back up to form. Now on 11 in 11. And Van Nistelrooy 13 in 13. It is looking very, very good there. Big Noopy is in. Good evening. And Big Kid is in. Losing track of what day it is. Bank holiday on a Monday. It's always confusing. And Wednesday is a change of day for the league as well. Mutual agreement, of course. Mutual agreement. But today, here we are. Wednesday. Jim is here as well. Good evening, Jim. A reminder, and I will keep saying it throughout the night, remember you can choose the minute of your second half substitutes. Just let me know at half time as to when you'd like to make your subs in the second half. We've had them as early as 50 and as late as 72, I think, so far. And it doesn't matter what the other team does, you get your opportunity at your chosen minute. I'll keep reminding of that. The earlier starts, the 8:45 start or the 10:09 start, whatever, is all about making sure that we can kind of get the games kicked off at 9 o'clock, really. And I could waffle on for a little bit, hoping that Wolfie will turn up, or I could get started and see when he joins, but we'll see. Anyway, looking back to the table now, Dalgety Rangers 7 points clear. Ross doing a quality job there with obviously a quality team. The top scorers in the division by 13 goals. Mr. Martin Peterson is here. Good evening, Martin. Welcome. Come on, the OABs. I still hate the name, even though it's not your choice, Martin. Really, second. It's no one-off that they did so well in Division 2 last season. Dalgety Rangers really and Trumpton all in Division 2 last season, all up there in the top 4, and they're in the top 3 this season in Division 1. Local Calaveras, the old 76ers, in 4th with Steelhawks, David's new team for this season. They're in 5th place. Alf's Team GB and Mr. Square's Aston's Ajax level on points with each other, but only 2 points off 3rd, both of them as well. Very good recent games here. Big Noopy saying he's no clue. Just ready to get back to school, and one of the boys tested positive. The wife and one of the boys tested positive. Oh, apologies. I do hope all is okay. Apologies, it's not my fault. Sorry to hear that, and I do hope everyone is well, even though the virus is clearly there. 3 points further back, we go to Wolfie's North Trafford. He took over from Dadji, who said he didn't have time to play champ manager, but the less said about the millions of races and saves he does, the better. Round here, 9th, an interesting season. A team that, I really enjoy watching Round Hay. I do enjoy watching them. They're an absolute mixed bag of performances and a mixed bag of players, it's got to be said, but they are obviously still got some very, very strong people in there. Falaraki in 11th. The 96ers, not quite as good as the old 99ers, but they are still a very enjoyable team to watch. The old England boys. Old Age Ballers just 1 point away from being outside the bottom three now. Imagine Madrid inside that bottom three, still a win and a lot of goals outside of safety. No bad symptoms, that's good. Well, in a way, some of that's pretty good. Oh, you tested positive as well. Sorry, I didn't even realise that you did that for yourself. Yeah, I do hope you're okay, and it seems like you are from that, so that's good news. But obviously, yeah, the isolation isn't tremendous, is it? And Tyneside, bottom of the table, the loss at Araka's side was supposed to be made better by this Tyneside team and have got worse. But I'm sure that Dan can turn his season around, although it's a strong division, as we've said. And just before we go into the fixtures, a quick look at the top performers, all top three from Dalgety Rangers in there, and obviously their season is just tremendous for how many goals they're scoring. The two top scorers in the division. In the assists, Manister is also top of the assists. And red cards, 12, and Michael Owen is in there. How sad to see him kicking a ball at a 13-year-old, and now he's been sent off. Fixtures for today. You notice there's only 6 games, but there are 7. Imagine Madrid versus Team GB. Again, Imagine Madrid must get something from Norsk and Allenson. That could go either way, really. I mean, Allenson, you know what they can do here. A very special, warm feeling, these team names. Lovely stuff, Mr. Savage. You do enjoy yourself in here. Old Age Ballers and Loco Calaveras, I think new management could make a difference for Old Age Ballers, maybe. They played well in the Cup last week. Really versus Trumpton, huge match up there. Roundhay versus Tyneside. Which Roundhay we're going to get, which Tyneside are we going to get. And Steelhawks versus Dalgety Rangers. Steelhawks playing what is a very, very strong defence, certainly tonight, up against Dalgety Rangers with their strong attack. And then 1 game week later, but we still play it and hope that the teams can just about sort themselves out. Arsenal's Ajax versus Falaraki will be played, and it's pretty much 9 o'clock, so we'll go in and have a look, because we've got South Africa versus Australia in the World Cup as well. The game is going to start tonight with Imagine Madrid versus Team GB, and I think, I'm pretty sure every team is in this week, so that's good news. Alf going with this team for today, 3 at the back, and then obviously the 7 further forward, 6 in midfield. I've got 7 in midfield. 6 in midfield, and Michael Owen up front. Last time out in the Cup, they scored a lot of goals, beating Harstadt 7-0 with hat-tricks from Owen and Fowler. So what do you do when Robbie Fowler gets a hat-trick? You drop him. But, it was a Cup game against a non-league side, and he's not performed in the league. Michael Owen with 6 Cup goals and only 2 in the league. So we'll see how he gets on tonight. But the reminder there, Rob Douglas in goal. His start to the season was terrible. Let's say it wasn't good, was it? You look back to his first few games, because he 4 in his opening match. But since then, the team have calmed down. They've been doing all right. And Alf has his team playing steady football. They're playing in the Cup against Loco Calaveras in their next match. Cup games, by the way, they will be played not next Wednesday. We'll play them before in a probably a late night round. If you we'll decide on when to get teams in and things. I'll play a late night round, maybe Friday or something. I'm not entirely sure. We'll sort something out. I just don't want them being played on league nights now, especially when we're running out of time before the end of the season, to be honest. Imagine Madrid for the match today. They're obviously missing Yordi. Still 3 months. His season is not over, but they're missing a significant chunk. And for this game, they're also playing a formation with a 3-6-1, but a bit different. Playing the the wing backs rather than wider midfield players. Ashley Cole and Cafu doing that. The team is strong, but the performances have not been. I mean, that's 6 they conceded last time. It wasn't that long ago they conceded 7 to Roundhay as well, with Shevchenko and Lee Bowyer getting hat-tricks during that one. Predictions for tonight? Anyone going to kick off with those? I don't believe I've got any. I will just go into the game, show both lineups together. Just have a quick look at and see if there are any suggestions as to when these subs are made. I know that Alf doesn't have any suggestion of minutes, and nothing from Chris. So unless they're here at half time, they'll be on a 60-minute check at subs, and that will be it. And Jim going for 2-0 Imagine Madrid. Can you imagine what would happen then? Still no sign of any co-commentator, so a bit disappointing there. Alf is here. Good evening, Alf. Your team playing their Welsh and Northern Irish kit, I believe, for this one. The chances, it's very even so far, but Imagine Ridge coming forward, actually Cole doing lots of movement, but not getting anything from it. Down the other end, chances, Gerrard has missed the target with a good opportunity, and they are still knocking at the door, Team GB, but half an hour in, nothing coming of it, very few shots on target. And there's Michael Owen getting another goal, his 3rd league goal of the season, and Barry Ferguson equalising shortly afterwards. Well, he's played for both teams, and he scored for one of them, and it's 1-1. Imagine Madrid coming close towards half time, and one more chance maybe before the whistle. It keeps going end to end. Totti putting it wide, half time. Well, yes, I will go to the match stats very quickly. Plenty of shots for Team GB, only 2 on target for both sides. Alf, in your Welsh and Northern Irish kit, they're going to be Welsh and Northern Irish. Yep, the Northern Irish green is where it's from. It's because his home kit is white and blue, England and Scotland, and the away kit, red and green, the two there. Paul Scholes on 82% has taken a knock. Alf, when you're making your subs, please let me know at the end what minute you want to make your second half subs. Okay. If you don't want to make any subs in the second half without them being enforced, just say no subs at the second half. I can just skip through them. So just to go to a quick look at Imagine Madrid, Chris isn't in, and there's no reason to sub anyone there. Yes, a nice touch indeed. The GB and Northern Ireland is, of course, what it is, because I suppose Great Britain and Northern Ireland is what they used to be called, and then they suddenly became Team GB, and I thought, it should be called Great Britain and Northern Ireland, like the United Kingdom side, aren't they? Just have a little sip of the drink tonight. I haven't skimmed it because it's an Erdinger, and Jurgen Klopp wouldn't be happy with me. That is nice. That is nice. Well, just waiting for the subs. Hopefully, Alf is watching live and isn't starting from the beginning again. But I'm sure he will be. I'm sure he'll be on track for the subs to come in. Anything key? Michael Owen has attempted 9 tackles. He's won 1. He's attempted more tackles than the 3 centre-backs put together. Scholes off. Cole there. Dyer on. Okay. Scholes off. Cole there. Dyer on. Okay. That's what that says, isn't it? Scholes off. Cole there. Dyer on. Unless he actually put them the other way around in the team, and I've just slightly got them mixed up, but I am just trying to read just to check whether this is my mistake or whether they were genuinely in that place in the first place. Yeah, it was right. Yeah, I'm waiting. There's a comma, so I'm waiting to see whether there's anything else. Okay, lovely. And do you have a minute for your second half subs? because I did. Yeah, make sure you let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to stop at 60 if I don't see anything. 15 minutes, great stuff, nice one. And imagine we go to 60 as well there. Right, nice one. We'll do for 15 minutes. And a chance there from the Welshman. And Owen with another chance to score. It's coming close to substitution times. Will anything be made a difference? Owen has missed the target yet again. I think Fowler will be coming on. And we're here at 59, heading into 60 minutes. 61 it ended up. I must apologise for missing that time. To have a look at your team. Alf, Cole, 86. No, I think everybody's fit there. Performance-wise, though, your ratings, Joe Cole's on a 6. Otherwise, centre-backs on a 6. I don't think they've been hugely tested, to be honest. And Dyer probably not quite settled in that attacking midfield position, but I'm sure he can do a job. So a quick look at Imagine Madrid. There's no reason to make a sub there for them. I can't see anything. I will just check whether Chris has made any sub suggestions, because I will do those. Let's see, where's the Imagine team subs? No, he should be around. So we're just waiting. Beckham off, Dyer wide, Smith on. Beckham off, Dyer wide, Smith on. There we are. Do we... I think we'll take Totti off actually for these. And is there a ready-made sub replacement for Totti? No. So we'll just actually leave them as they are. We'll leave them as they are and head on to the rest of the game. Okay. And it would have been a good goal, but it wasn't a goal at all. Robin has missed the target, and with 10 minutes left, 10 minutes left. 10 minutes is the subs. We're not getting any different from it. A chance! There it is. It's Robin following up for 2-1 to Imagine Madrid. And there's just so much to see in this text. It's one end to the other. Imagine Madrid holding on. Can they hold out for a victory? It would be a really big one for them. And a 3-1. Kesman has scored. Robin's had a superb game. And they have won 3-1. Second half, they performed fairly well. Team GB had plenty of chances. In fact, they both had lots of attempts on target in the second half. 4 for Imagine Madrid, 6 for Team GB, but it turned out that Imagine Madrid scored 2 goals without reply after the break. Robin with an assist and with a goal. Man of the match, very well played. Anything really important there? 11 dribbles from Robin as well. He just terrorised that defence. We look at it. Sol Campbell picks up a bit of a knock towards the end of the game, and he runs, 3 the most there from Cole. 4 from Dyer, definitely the most in that team at that point. And tackle-wise, Owen didn't attempt anything in the second half. He's a bit lazy. Let's just say he was a bit lazy. We finished that game and we move in. Fifey's here. Good evening. Welcome. You just missed there right at the beginning, although you'll probably still see it on your screen, of course. Imagine we did beat Team GB by 3-1. Steelhawks versus Dalgety Rangers. We've got something to have a look at here. Ferdinand is disappointed. Bowyer would like a new contract, so we'll offer that one there. 25 grand a week. He wants a new contract, the same money. He wants a big signing on fee, doesn't he? And Zubov is disappointed. Look at these 4 players on yellow cards to head into the next game. Their next league game is against the OABs in 45 days' time. So will they be missing any of these players for that match? We shall see. Steelhawks for today, for David's side. They... Look at the back. Look at the back there. Nesta, Stam, Taram, Kaladza, Diamond, Yetta, Beckham. He's strong. Up front, slightly lesser known, of course. He's got a lot of praise for Morat. Morat has scored some goals, but he's not been a regular in the team this season. Only 6 starts from the 12 games. Jafar, he's been in and out as well. He's done okay. And Barsam played almost every game this season, but yet to hit the back of the net in the league. Their last game was a 2-0 win against Imaginary Madrid, and that was in the Cup. But it's the first time they're meeting Dalgety Rangers. And we head into that Khan as captain. Dalgety also with 2 players up for suspension potentially. They were knocked out of the cup by Loco Calaveras last time out with a slight bit of a reserve team in, and so they go with a very attacking lineup today. Crespo, Van Nistelrooy, Nikiforenko, Aymar, Riquelme, all on the pitch there at the same time. Emerson holding the midfield, but forward compared with other teams, and then Lizarazu, Samuel Nesta, Zanetti. So this is a very, very strong match here. Predictions, of course, always welcome. And we'll have a look. Vida Lean refereeing. We shall see if there is anything jolly stuff. Let's see. You want some company in studio? Yeah, because that'll be really good actually. We were meant to have Wolfie, but I don't think Wolfie's going to be turning up now, so come and join the fun. Yeah, why not? I will just stop my Zoom and start it again because I just need to do that. Let me just pop back into that. So I end that one and set up that one. Will go in, and of course I will look forward to the arrival of our co-commentator, a different co-commentator planned, but obviously one we all know and love. So let's get him in there. Teto is here as well. Good evening. Some crisp talk. That's what we want. Some crisp talk, but isn't that for Teto and the Sloth? Who knows? Let's see. So I will. I'm just making sure that what I've got is that I'm aware when Fivey turns up. Here we go. Let's get the game kicked off, and when he joins, he's in. So we are underway. R.I.P. the podcast. That's sad news. That's sad news. We shall return one day. Please do. Come in. So we can obviously talk crisps tonight then, or any kind of thing, you know. Sweets they don't make anymore, as Alan Partridge would say. Ready salted squares, Mr. Savage. I've got plenty of that. Beckham's had a goal disallowed in amongst that. I mean, it's obviously less important than crisps, but we have a person entering the room. It's still 1-0. It is 1-0. There is Mr. Fife on my screen. He's here. And Emerson has been sent off. Fifey, Emerson has been sent off. You arrive at the perfect time. A red card.
Shock.
That is exactly what you've just been watching all the time recently, isn't it? Just people getting sent off.
I'm bored of people getting set up. I'd just like to watch some goals or something, please.
It will be interesting. This now, Ross. Sometimes he's on the chat. I'm going to give him like a minute just to respond, just in case he is actually here. Sometimes he is. If he isn't, then I'm going to leave it as it is, and go ahead with that. Because I'm
just muting my Twitter and WhatsApp notifications because I remember I've done this on my phone, and I remember how annoying it gets for everybody.
Well, we know it's you. We know it's you commentating on things when that happens, but I mean, it hasn't. We've missed it on the Super League, you know. We have missed all the. Yeah. So we have a look at this. Yeah, I haven't seen anything from Ross, so I will carry on till half time at least with that. They are winning, at least at this point. Crespo has scored 21 minutes into the game. Steelhawks started well. Beckham had one disallowed, but it's just going against the Steelhawks at the moment. But the game could turn. Murat it is who scored the equaliser. And it's very close to half time. Asking Mike what his thoughts are on salt and vinegar squares. Oh, asking you what your thoughts are on salt and vinegar squares.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I'm not a big salt and vinegar fan, if I'm honest. It's all right, and they're eatable no matter what type of salt and vinegar it is. I'm not big on the old salt and vinegar sticks, like the old 10p packets.
Chipsticks.
They were a bit too salt and vinegary for me. Love a bit of salt and vinegar.
Well, the game's turned around with the goal there from Thuram. He's actually wanting to know about ready salted. He just asked the wrong. He asked the wrong ones.
That's a different matter entirely. I think ready salted is incredibly underrated by people. It's not the go-to flavour, but sometimes you just go in the cupboard. Say you got a multi-pack of Walkers, ready salted and salt and vinegar are the only ones left. So you grab a pack of ready salted, and you think, oh, why don't I eat more of these? Sensational.
Sensational crisps indeed. In fact, some of my absolute favourite crisps are. Hang on, I just need to read something. There, no, there wasn't any of that.
For me, do you want me to jump on?
It is all good by the look of it. So. Just checking about these things here. I mean, some of my favourite crisps of all are what did I say they are? Tesco Finest crinkle cut ready salted crisp. I haven't found a better crisp than that for a long time. I'm just looking at instructions for Steel Hawks.
Are you talking about the extra special ones? Particularly around Christmas time, Morrison's range of their. I can't remember what their brand is. Is it Best that Morrison's do?
It might be, yeah, the Best, yeah.
They're sort of their share size packets, which are really just real man size packets of crisps, are some of the novelty flavors, if you like the roast chicken dinner and the pigs in blanket flavors, which are just intense smoky bacon, really good.
Intense smoky bacon. I'm not the biggest fan of smoky bacon in the world, but I like bacon itself.
Yeah, smoky bacon flavour is one of them where if you have it, once every couple of months, you're like, oh, this is great. If you have it on the regular, you're like, nah, it's not for me.
Nah, it's too much.
The one which, well, no, there's two sort of generic flavours which I could do over and over again, and that's prawn cocktail or Springer.
Nicky Franco scored a penalty.
I bet you're wishing your Nicky Franco could do that from time to time.
He'll be playing tomorrow night. We'll see how he can get on. No, he won't be taking penalties. Surely Kivu would be taking those, I imagine. And
but if we're talking while you're doing all the technical stuff, as Andrew seems to want to know all about the crisps. I'm a massive hula hoops fan. They're very Moorish, and if anyone's tried them, they'll know what I mean. Royster's T-bone steak.
Yes, very good. The bubble chip things.
Nobody in the world can only eat one bag. It is a minimum 2. I've been known to do the full 6 multi-bag in one sitting.
I think I'd like to do 6 multi-bags. Big 6 multi-packs in one go. Where are we now? I've just looked at Steel Hawks, and based on their criteria, they're not making any changes. And Dalgety, Aymar, and who else would come off here? Just Aymar. I think he leaves his defenders on at a 6, but Aymar's going to come off the pitch at this point. To be replaced, I know he likes to put Totti on in midfield, so I'll just put Totti on. Oh, yes, Vum de Ong's here again. Fantastic. Great stuff.
Yeah, we're all being recruited for government agency work again.
Roysters, yes, and Walker's Max Paprika. Yes, they are nice as well.
You know what I enjoy about Swemp, Dan, if I'm honest? It's very... How do I say this without being taken the wrong way?
Laid back.
It's very laid back. So, like, I'm here. If I have a co-coms on Super League, we're trying to offer real good quality content on.
Thuram scored again.
And whereas you can do all this from memory, and you basically just have someone here to talk crisps with the people in the chat.
It's all right to do that, isn't it? It's just calm, and there's this. I'm not saying Super League's not fun, but this wasn't designed to be serious in any way. No. Look at this. I mean, we've got Thuram scoring twice and getting a 7. defence. He's obviously not done his defensive duties. Beckham and Kaladze are on 10s. Let's have a look at what's actually happened during this game. As Steelhawks beat the leaders by 3-2. Martin backing the choice of Roysters as well.
Yeah, I've spotted that a couple of people backing the Roysters there, including Martin saying they're top tier. But on the game itself, I mean, huge result that for Steelhawks and for the division.
Yeah.
But I don't even think that. I mean, obviously the red card has had an effect, but I thought Steelhawks were very much on top beforehand anyway.
To say they were 1-0 down, they were playing better football, I think. So Thuram's only won 1 tackle all game. It's something different. Beckham's got 2 assists. Kaladze with 5 key tackles. Beckham's made a lot of interceptions as well, so that's been something good for him. A big win for the Hawks indeed, big nuclei. Walter Samuel getting an 8 for them, yes, unsurprising. 5 interceptions and 8 tackles, one of where it is. Nesta with plenty of interceptions. And it's time to move on to the next game. Yes, go on.
Now, a comment there by Mike Savage. I don't think I ever tried the lime and black pepper.
I didn't either, no. But they must be good. He likes it's a good flavour on things, so it must be good.
Excellent. Going back to the smoky bacon topic for a moment, what's people's thoughts on frazzles?
Yeah, I like frazzles, but I would say I wouldn't choose them as a bag of crisps. I'd kind of have them as just a bit of a snack. I wouldn't put that. You see, I think of a nice bag of crisps to go in. What would I put in a sandwich? And I wouldn't put frazzles in a sandwich.
Oh, old school crisp sandwich. I've always considered you a man of class. Now tell me you're a banana sandwich kind of guy as well.
I've had one or two. Yeah, I would say I like them, but I don't make them very often.
Your little passing comment on frazzles there, is this going to turn into the sort of is Jaffa Cakes a biscuit or a cake debate?
Oh no, I still consider frazzles crisps.
Yeah, they're definitely a crisp, are they?
Yeah, I mean they're a snack kind of thing. I would say if I'm going to have something like that, I would definitely choose bacon fries, the proper bacon fries, the ones in the pubs. You get like with scampi fries, and bacon fries were very, very good. Steve's here. Good evening, Steve. In time for Big Noopy's game. Big Kid said he likes frazzles. He'd eat if offered, but he wouldn't buy them. Mike says they're a buffet crisp. Pure grease. You need a pint of John Smith, says Martin. Steve goes for banana in wholemeal toast. Jam likes Alf sandwiches. I'll just keep it with that. I won't even change what I was going to say there. Strawberry jam. And Quinton coming in with vum.ong for us there. Good evening, vum.quinton.
So as the conversation has taken a turn to jam, here's something for you. So the generic jam for people, what is that? And I ask this because I grew up, obviously people know, born Swindon, grew up in Scotland, went back to Swindon. I consider the generic jam to be a strawberry jam.
I would say that would be, if there's jam there, it's probably going to be that in most places.
Well, I thought this. Now, we had a conversation recently at work, and again, as people know, I'm now based in Leicester. People thought it weird that I thought strawberry was generic, because apparently towards the east, raspberry jam is the generic jam, not strawberry jam. And I couldn't even think I'd ever heard of raspberry jam.
You can get the old, like, the seedless and the seeded versions of things. And, I mean, they're... I like both. I would go for a cherry, personally. I'd go for the Morello cherry jam as my first choice.
And I tried a first just before Christmas this year, which I'm sure you'll appreciate. That we recently... Well, I say recently, a few months ago, a new lady started at work. She's an American. And I tried officially a PB&J.
Ah, well, Big Kid's got his own variant on there of peanut butter and golden syrup.
As well, yeah. Well, yes, Mike, interesting. So the blackcurrant jam is the one that I got recommended for the PB&J because it's the closest to what the Americans call grape jelly. So
Oh,
black
yes.
currant jam with peanut butter is what I went for. And I'll be honest, credit where it's due to the Americans. First bite, I was a bit like, what's this about? I don't understand it. Second bite, I was like, okay, yeah, I get this now. I could do this.
Martin, he's bringing out some good jams here. I mean, gooseberry and banana sounds interesting. Yeah, I've never heard of it, but it sounds worth a try. Apricot jam with a little bit of rice pudding along with it. What's the difference between jam and marmalade? Jam were more of a kind of I don't know. They were more upbeat than
Jam.
marmalade. Jam goes underground, and marmalade doesn't.
Paddington doesn't eat jam.
That's another difference as well, I suppose. Yeah, I mean the Norwegian side goes Norwegian again. One change to their lineup with Flo up front for Wolfie's team. I'll just check to see whether there's any contracts need to be offered. Always make sure I do those before games. He's happy enough, and we didn't make any comment on the Allenson team. But of course, looking at how they are, same lineup as usual in terms of same formation as usual. But Del Piero up front today. Jakob Larsson playing in a left wing back role for one of the first times I've ever seen him do that. It's worth a try. It's very defensive here. It's very defensive. But Conticchio has been a player who's impressed me this season. He just doesn't last very long.
I mean, he's just seeing the stats there on the screen. He certainly looks a decent enough player and can hold his own in this league.
Yeah, if he had stamina, he would be a player that I think I'd have a look at in another game.
Alf, he's playing in centre, like he's playing in the engine room on
with
his
a
own.
Run. The CEO of a major company with Alf's briefcase of jam. Lovely. Yeah, there is very few goals in this team. Del Piero with one. Borg, he got his first goal in the cup last game. Alex Alves hasn't scored. Yakubu 4. A wooden leg found in the station toilets, says Alf. I don't think I'd eat one, to be honest. Probably wouldn't have it on a sandwich, but who knows. Big Kid, we'll put your game on in a bit, Big Kid. We'll wait for you to turn up. It's fine. And there he is, Tor Andre Flo, the second match in a row that he scored. Came on at half time or something, I'm sure, last time. But he's gone off injured now as Gamps Pedersen made it 2. Pedersen, who has got 2 goals now, and I think that might be 2 games in a row that he scored. Flo off, well, he replaced Carew.
He was a player, wasn't he, in real life, Morton Gamps Pedersen?
Indeed, yes. He was
quality on the left foot.
Some very, very good goals that he would score, and also excellent deliveries from set pieces as well. Big Kid. He's 4-0. Bakker and Hosets have scored. This is not expected. I mean, we were supposed to have Wolfie on commentary here, and imagine he'd been seeing this. You know, I mean, the Saint-Etienne would have been all over the place.
I have a thought about this, and there's no data to either say I'm correct or to say I'm wrong. But I find, when people, particularly in versions like this where you've got multiple player managers, if you like, as opposed to AI managers. If people are struggling, their automatic response is, okay, I'm going to go defensive to try and stop conceding and nick one on the break. I find that the more people go in closed and defensive, the more they tend to start conceding. And I'm not sure why that is, but it does seem to be the case. I've seen it so many times. I've done it myself in previous incarnations of the Super League. It happened with me with Flamingos last year when I got that brief spell there. Even a couple of the games I got when I was helping out with Swanee's team. You were looking at who you were playing and thinking, right, I really need to just try and shut up shop here. And as soon as you do that, the game's just like, well, no, that's not how football should be played with, and let the other team dick you 4 or 5-0.
It certainly didn't happen with Gondor when they played 10 at the back. 3-0 defeat was, they didn't look like getting a shot in, and they didn't. Big Noopy, just let us know if you do have a minute you want to make a second half sub. If you don't want to make any subs during the second half, that's also fine. But just let us know if you do have a minute you want to make the subs in. Wolfie isn't here, so and I know he likes to just continue through the game, so I'll just have a quick check on the Allenson minute, unless he decides that he's not making any subs either, in which case I'll just let it run. What a difference in ratings. If Jakobsen didn't have a 7, one team would be entirely above the other. That is a bizarre first half there. Allenson taking a beating, an absolute beating at the moment, and Wolfie's formation is working for him today. Jakob Larsson at left wing back, we maybe won't see that very often.
No, I'm thinking not. But like I say, it's always worth just trying something that bit different, isn't it?
It certainly is. We've had a yellow card there for Nesta, we had a yellow card for Nielsen, and I'm just going to pause it very, very briefly in case he does suggest anything about subs. Just have a look. I mean, Contico's at 76, but because he hasn't suggested a minute, it's 60 is a generic pause time. A reminder, Smerteen is at least on a 7 now. Jakobsen isn't. You've got Contico on 76. North Trafford, there's no reason to make any subs there. I'll just give him 30 seconds or so to pop in something along there. Quinton says that the right answer was Big Kid's answer. So, brilliant.
Quality. What snack of choice shall we move on to this time? I'm thinking yogurts.
Oh, yogurts.
For me, I think you can't go too far wrong with an apple Muller rice.
Oh yeah, I like a Muller rice. Is that a yogurt though?
Well, see, this is the question. It's yogurt oil.
Del Piero's pulled one back here. Wow.
Baby, like in the corner, does Del Piero.
Here we are, Alpha.
Of course he did.
He proved it was his fault. Alex taking a yellow card. 4-1, full time.
Do you know what? It's surprising the some of the ratings for North Trafford when you think they've not. This isn't exactly like an 18 shots on goal, 16 on target, absolutely blitzed game, is it?
No, it was just we have got some shots, they've gone in. Pretty much the way to describe it. I mean, is there anything excessive? 7 dribbles from Hosett, not quite the 11 we saw earlier on from. I can't remember who it was now. I'm sure we saw 11 dribbles from one player. Del Piero, yeah, genius man management, absolutely. Yeah, I mean they got a bit better. Smerteen improved to an 8. It was just the first half goalkeeping performance was not up to standard. Forest fruit yogurt again for me. I mean, I like forest fruit yogurts; they're nice, but again for me it would be probably the sour cherry skier yogurt, that thick Icelandic yogurt, a nice thick sour cherry one. That's what I like. Anything with lots of fruit in it.
Dan likes a nice thick sour cherry.
Might as well say that.
Ideally from Iceland.
Big Kid said he was popping off for a bit, didn't he? So we'll leave that game for a bit. We go to Roundhead Tyneside. Oh, Vundok Fifey tonight. That's what we've got.
Having fun with Fifey.
Fun with Fifey. Cherry yogurts are lovely. Yes.
You know what, Steve? I agree. Cherry yogurts, generally, no matter which brand you go for, cherry yogurts are generally the elite flavour of all of the brands.
And Muller corners are fantastic. Yes, they are. I'm just having a little look at this. So Tyneside originally sent in with only 1 out wide, so we had to redo the formation. But Dan got that sent in well in time. He just decided to move Dyer into a wide role. He was going to play central with a run out until I reminded him.
Putting Dyer into his true devastating position.
Running everywhere there, Kieran Dyer. Last time out, Tyneside were beaten 2-1 by Trumpton in the Cup I believe it was in the cup. Mango, papaya, and passion fruit unken. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that is nice, that, Quinton. Yeah.
Too many fruits that I don't even think I've tried. Never mind tried the flavoured yogurt.
Yeah, they're decent brand. In fact, their raspberry one is nice as well. The big tubs. I don't just like a small, but a big tub.
Here, Quintin is far too posh. I'm very much sticking with Steve. Give me a pack, like an 89p pack of 6 as the smart price chocolate mousses.
Yogurt's the only qualifying aspect to be posh. Or is it just whatever you dump in doesn't count? I mean, is that about the corners there for Savage, or is he on about for Quinton? Unken fromage fraise with a toy in the middle. What?
What?
A toy in a yogurt?
Speaking of toys in the middle, do you not feel sorry for like the current youth generation that they'll never get the joy of opening a box of Frosties or whatever and just digging down, getting your hand right in there looking for that toy in the bottom of the box?
the really jagged crustio that you could get in there. When you eat it, it cuts you to pieces. That'll be the best one.
Like
M&S 6-pack lemon mousse. Ooh,
lemon mousse.
They sound very nice, actually. I like lemon mousse.
Division 1 certainly has a high class clientele, doesn't it, Dan?
Yeah. Kinder Surprise. Yogurt. Yeah, Wheel Spoke Frosties toys. Yeah, that's what we all like.
Dimble.
Dimble turns up for the yogurt talk. He must have heard it's all about yogurts tonight. Crustios.
Still intact.
What's the snack chat? The snack chat currently on yogurts.
Snack chats, Dimble. It's been going on since on. There's been I've offered nothing by way of actual analysis on what's going on. Dan's essentially just clicking and I'm just throwing names out there, and Martin and Quintin are proving why I'm like dragged myself up out the council gutter, where they're talking about M&S and fruits I've not even heard of.
And doing marmalade. Snack chat would be a great new app. Yes, I think it would. Yeah.
I'd definitely be more successful on it.
Onken Frou-Fou. You get your Onken Frou-Fou out. I mean, there were those yogurts, what were they called? Fiendish Feet, whatever. That were like yogurts. Yogurt, they were actually made of feet, but they were... what's the best word to describe them? They were just yogurt pots that were the shape of like monsters, but they had feet at the bottom.
Oh, Monsters! Go back to the crisp chat. Monster Munch never got mentioned.
Beef Burger Monster Munch.
Oh no. Nor the Flaming Heart. I'm strictly a pickled onion kind of guy.
I'm sure the other one was spaghetti sauce or something like that. Was the other one they had at one point? I'm sure they were the two that came out at one point. Predictions.
Round of applause. Angel Delight. Scotch Angel Delight is elite. I will not have anyone say differently than butterscotch is the greatest flavour in the world.
I agree. It's very good. Yeah, I like it. Baby food. Tyneside. So anyway, predictions. Predictions about not what yogurt I'm going to eat next, but what this round side one's going to be. I think Jim's going to say round here to win.
I fancy Tyneside to nick something here, you know.
Tyneside to win. Even Jim's back in Tyneside and he's manager around here.
He's gone to Fifey's School of Deflection there.
Fortuna deflection. Steve Blancmange. I didn't really get Blancmange. I mean, it's 1-0 and it's Titus Bramble.
Go on, big tip. Speaking of big tip, what was the other one? Was it like flan or something that was a bit like Angel Delight but just completely wrong? And then it was like yellow in colour and then looked like it had a nipple on the top.
No, a flan is like a cake base with jellied fruit and stuff on top of it. Roundhay have equalised with Crespo. He's got Angel Delight and crispy pancakes. I mean, is that a meal together or Big Kid is back, by the way. He's not a fan of blancmange. His game can go on next. I did miss the game out for you, Big Kid, so you were definitely back. And now you're back with a vengeance to put down blancmange.
Quinton is right. Semolina is rank.
I love Semolina. Tyneside are winning. Shearer has scored. Semolina is superb. Yep.
Wait, when he says crispy pancakes, he doesn't mean like, is it Findus, like ham and cheese?
I don't think he genuinely means Angel Delight and crispy pancakes together. I think he just mentioned two different foods here. but we've put them together in one joyful meal.
If you're putting them together, that is disgusting.
Jim, let us know your sub plans for half time and what minute you'd like to make your second half changes. That's the other one. Creme caramel, rank, absolute rank. Yeah, I quite liked them, but I mean, why are you pulling your tag out of your bottom, Steve? Why have you put a tag in your bottom in the first place? And then just eating a caramel. Can't be. Big Kid, we'll put your game on last as it is. A beefy man, beefy crispy pancakes, beefy steefy pancakes. They'd be good. Keep going till 60. Tyneside, they'll be making their changes at 60 minutes. It's going all right for them when we get to 64. I didn't. Oh, it's 2-2. Look at that. That Mike Duff has equalised. It's been good, hasn't it? It's been a very good game. Yeah. There's been some interesting chat. Quinton likes crispy pancakes. I liked crispy pancakes, beef and onion ones, horse and onion, whatever they were. They were good. Strawberry Angel Delight, lovely. I've never had turkey twizzlers. I had turkey drummers. They were good.
Yeah.
Hollaback. I've never seen this before, but Hollaback has no condition, not even 0. This is new.
Can you click? If you click on his name, does it say he's got a potential
injury? He had a potential foot injury at half time, but he generally has no condition. Does he have one? It is 0. It is now down to 0, but he's not gone off injured. So he has died, but he's not gone off injured. Potential no foot remaining. Yeah, but I mean, you could leave him on, but well, not Matt. It's Sean Dyche. Sean Dyche are totally just grabbing the wrong player. Coming on for the player who has died. Yeah, no doubt about Hollaback. Gwen Stefani joke's been put in here for us now. Potential stump. And Ole for Boya with his yellow card. I can't say I've ever seen that before. So leave him on, watch him score 20 goals in the second half from him. I'm just going to go to Dan's tactics, and I think he's one of those people.
The time side, wasn't it? But it's just gone a bit off the boil.
60 minutes. If losing at 60, any changes like for like, there's no purpose of changing other than the fact that Viduka could come off because he has a potential injury. He's down to 82. We will do Viduka off and bring on Owen.
Yes, that's fine. I was just thinking back to the pudding chat for a moment.
Yes, of course. That's where we're at tonight.
I just wondered if people... I never knew this until a few years ago, but you know, like generic rice pudding?
Yeah.
I thought rice pudding and milk pudding were the same thing, but apparently they're not.
What's milk pudding? Michael Owen's come on and scored.
What a masterstroke that is.
And it's 3-3. It's Shevchenko. It's 4-3. Harry Kewell has turned the game around. Will we get an 8th goal? It's really hard to keep up with the chat when the game's actually interesting, this one. I don't even know what milk pudding is. I really don't. Back to that. Yeah, at fruity name players. A red card for Nuno. It's his second red of the season. after he headbutted Ronaldinho, whatever it was, in the half when Quinton with the Father Ted joke there. There's no demand for UHT milk for that reason. Yeah, I mean, rice pudding with jam. I like. Can't eat it now without dying. I mean, Lopetegui's on the bench, by the way. So who are you going to pull off? Well, we're just talking about strange comments. Crespo off. There we are. Then...
Just reference comment. Yes, rice pudding with jam is elite. But do you know what else? If you don't have any of the multiple flavors of jam we discussed earlier,
just put a carrot in.
Just with a tablespoon of sugar dolloped on top and mixed in is lovely as well.
Oh yes, yeah, nicely sweet. A sterilised man. But what's the difference in sterilised and pasteurised else? Watered it down. What? Most kids bought sweets for the £1. I bought fresh milk as a treat. All right. Yeah. UHT milk on cornflakes every morning. Yeah.
Okay, so
it's 4-4. The penalty, I assume it was, did go in. A late chance. Will we get a 9th goal? No, 4-4.
What a game.
On sweet rice pudding, add sugar. Yay, why not? Just make it even sweet. I mean, if you had jam, you basically added sugar, aren't you?
So, I have a question pretty much aimed at Martin here, based on that comment about the UHT milk on his cornflakes. But please, anyone else watching, answer as well. I, like most people, have a lot of respect for my dad, and I won't have negative words said about my father.
Oh, I will. So not about yours.
But the only thing I can ever think that he's done that's really offended me to the point of questioning his authority in my life is when I saw him put a bowl of Frosties in the microwave.
The actual cereal in the microwave?
Yes, and apparently this is a thing that I have now heard more and more people do. People are actually making their cereal, putting it in the bowl, putting the milk in, and then sticking it in the microwave. Now, microwaved cereal, for me, you get in the bin. Just stop pissing around.
I mean, I know someone who heats up milk and then puts it into a bowl of Cocoa Pops, but not actually cooking the Cocoa Pops. They're already cooked.
My dad actually microwaves the bowl with the cereal
and probably the spoon in as well and blows it up. But I mean, what a game this was, by the way. Harry Kuehl's 10 dribbles.
A blown up microwave.
Titus Bramble jam. There, Steve's on about Titus Bramble jam. Lovely. 10 headers attempted from Shearer. He won 3. Gary Speed. I mean, if we talk about players who died during the game, Gary Speed definitely did. But it's just one of those games where 4-4 was an absolutely bizarre result. It was
absolute
warm Weetabix. Cereal is for cold milk.
Just pointing out, actually, to do some very basic level analysis on the game, if I may, just for a moment, it was nice. It was nice for the two former champions with the Devils, Kieran Dyer and man of the match Harry Kuehl, to turn up with decent performances, while the current Mingo star Jonathan Woodgate decided to be absolute dross.
Yes, he was not very impressive there, was he, whatsoever. Let's see, yeah. So Quinton thinking about Start as well as Savage. I don't know if I ever had Start. I mean, I remember it, but I never had it. Oh, Vasov Tech. It's Jebtech's subsidiary company. Quinton also mentioned about sweet macaroni pudding, which I know all about. But,
I don't think I've ever had it.
And we had macaroni pudding with more of like a custard rather than a milky thing. So it was excellent. I thought it was something that I really enjoyed. You can get tins of ambrosia macaroni pudding as well. Don't anybody mention semolina pudding. We already have, so don't worry. Don't worry. We all enjoyed it.
No, I didn't.
4-4. Nuno's second red of the season. What an interesting game that is. We can go to we'll go to the OABs versus Local Calaveras as the next one.
No.
Chicken wing, hot dog, and is that a song?
Is that like the count? Is he trying to say that's the council estate version of Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Love a bowl of Vas of Tech. Yeah, we'd rather have a bowl of Vas of Tech.
I bet that goes in the microwave.
Dimble is gone off that 4-4 and he wants some cereal now. Yeah, you can put your Vas of Tech in the microwave, definitely. Paul Alf chuck it in what you have for dessert. You'd have Paul mince, chicken macaroni, chilling with my homie. These are getting worse. Training. Anyway, so Martin's team now. Martin Camps Pedersen, as we got Camps Peterson, but we have a look and see how he's going for it today. Last time round, by the way, he played in the Cup last week. A very, very comfortable win over round here. So it was a good debut. Stefan Effenberg played very well. He's there in the middle of midfield again, and the team has a good balance to it.
Also quite fortunate that the players he's missing through suspension and injury and such like, I don't necessarily think would be significant starters within this team, because I quite like the setup that he's put out with the players available.
Yeah, I'd probably agree. I mean, Tony Adams, Laurent Blanc, it's, they're both all right first season, aren't they? So, yeah, it should be entertaining enough, and he's doing a good job, well, from one game, with a team that aren't his players. So, why not balance this testing his Sprungfeld side and not see any more than 5? What is Rock's feeling blues? Well, he's maybe it's Coco Rocks or something like that he's giving them. Arce would like a new contract.
You better give him one or he'll get the right Arce.
Hey. Is he just chucking lyrics? Oh, I thought it was just like mentioning OBFM Martins as well, but then Martins Batigol love is in its full glory. There we are. He's feeding them haggis. Actual Ian Haggis. I noticed you're in your full tartan tonight.
In fact, well, thank you. Yes, it was a Christmas gift. I didn't actually expect it to fit, but it does. So yes, I've got sort of a red check tartany type shirt on. Not the usual material I would wear, but it's quite soft and it's taken my mind off my ankles.
Well, that is all right. Yeah, I mean, if your mind was on your ankles, you should stop resting your head on your foot. That's one way to take it. Not scared of anything after nibbling on haggis. Depends on which haggis you're talking about.
On haggis this year, is he?
Anyway, the Calaveras team is strong whichever way you look at it. They beat Dalgety Rangers 3-1 last time out, change almost the entire 11, and they're ready for another game. It's a squad that is very, very strong. Kimmerina Borgerson refereeing. Do you think there's any way that OABs can get a point out of this one at least?
Do you know what? It'll be very, very difficult. Of course it will. I do think they're capable of nicking a point. Whether they do or not, I'm just not sure. But I definitely think they're capable of getting a point here.
Yeah, there is a chance. I suppose. Maybe I was being a bit harsh. Steve just sent a picture to us of Frou-Frou. Right, so it looks like the yogurt goes round the outside and there's a hole for the toy rather than the toy being covered in yogurt, which I was imagining. That would have been interesting if it was just a toy covered in yogurt, wouldn't it?
He reckons on paper these teams are equal. I don't necessarily agree with that.
No, I think Calaveras are stronger. I would definitely say that it was stronger. But yes, the Frou-Frou has definitely got here. So what have we got here? My midriff themed side. It's 1-0. Was a midriff themed side. Did I make one of those at one point? Tell me more, Savage. It's 1-0. Laurent Blanc has scored to equalise from Jardel. This is a rather interesting start to this game. I thought that Calaveras were going to walk away with it, and then Laurent Blanc steps in to get the goal. It's been all right, hasn't it? Oh, yes. What you mean? Yeah. My theme for my team was not that. It was it was the Bundesliga. Yeah, Koch, Villy, Jeff Koch, Alan Bumhall. It's 1-0 at half time. We're obviously going to go and look at Martin's team first of all. He's been very even.
On that note, we have to speak to Smuts, and next year he has to have a Smut 11.
Well, it depends on what league's going to go on, doesn't it? Because obviously there won't be a Swemp from my point of view. But if someone does want to do something like this, of course, it's always Alan Bumhall was a cracking player.
I was thought you shit.
Hey, he wiped the floor with you all. Bundesliga Bumhall FC. Anyway, so I'm going to go just leave it on Martin's team at the moment. So Romario on 85, I imagine it's just fitness. It is just fitness. Cafu, though, on the other hand, has a potential knee injury. Martin, let us know, of course, what minute you'd like to make your subs here. He predicted 3-0 to his own side, by the way, so he's very confident. A bit leaky. These are getting worse. I mean,
Dennis Irwin, interesting. You were mentioning pre-match Tony Adams, Laurent Blanc players, very good season 1. I would put Dennis Irwin in that as well. Ever dependable.
If you play fullbacks, I suppose. That's one of those things. And I used to always play fullbacks, didn't I? Always played fullbacks back in the day. The first time I played 2 at the back was... Well, I did it for that friendly when I took charge of Dudley Hill once. But then the next time I played 2 at the back was the first time I was in charge of Leddersford.
Now, Dudley Hill have had more people in the hot seat than Katie Price.
They've had a few. They've had a few, but I don't think that could ever be the case because I think that's over 1 billion. Ali Dick.
What people that have been in Katie Price's
Leaky Bum. I think Mike's found Leaky Bum in the game as well. As I know he's mentioned on Quickly Kevin, wasn't he? I think is Martin. Is he done at this point? I think to that point we'll get to 60
Martin
minutes.
said keep Cafu on.
He did say keep Cafu on. I'm going to go to 60 minutes and look at both teams. Then haven't heard anything since. It's been about a minute, hasn't it? So.
I noticed the OABs play at the Avengers compound. So
it's 2-1.
Not giving any spoilers away. Who's been enjoying the raft of Marvel stuff out recently?
You'll have to go to somebody who watches films.
Not just films, series as well. Hawkeye, sensational series.
Well, I suppose it's all about them making the right decisions and making sure all the goals and out decisions are correct, isn't it?
Hawkeye's used in cricket, not football. Or is
it the Hawkeye system is used in the goal decision thing. They use Hawkeye for it.
The VAR?
No, not the VAR, but the goal decision one, whether the ball's gone in or not. It's Hawkeye.
Oh, where the old the watch vibrates or whatever it is.
Yeah. Hey, big kid, your game is last anyway. Dick was a hard man. Under pressure, he flopped. Lovely. He was a rock. Look at all this stuff. So, Martin, just to let you know, Luis Enrique is carrying a knock. Gaza for Romario. Keep calm and Cafu on. Is it? Gaza for Romario. There we are. He's playing a nice attacking mid position for Gascoigne there as well. Calaveras, there are conditions. There are conditions which Los Hughes likes to go for, and why not?
Yes, while you're looking at that, I'll just
Yes, please
reply
do.
to AA directly there. Yes, absolutely sensational.
New Spy Durban video movie. Ronaldo for Jardel, if he's not scored, he has scored, hasn't he? Veron for Riquelme. Estevez for Amoroso. And switch Ronaldinho to the left and Estevez to the right. There we are. Oh, just chucking the words in there.
Who's got banter? Any at this time of night?
Oh, it's 3. Batistuta scored again. That's I mean, this confidence from Martin is totally justified at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, well, he's a very confident young man, is Martin.
Here he is. Yeah, it must be that living in Greenland's made him confident. Alf's banter when he spoke about his own nan going out with Ian Campbell was absolute quality. But this was his own nan who I believed that Alf had been seeing at one point first.
What, Alf had been seeing his own nan?
I'm sure that's what he said. Anyway, 3-1, and a great result there. Alf's afraid of spiders, so he can't watch Spider-Man. There we go. Six shots on target, 3 goals in the Calaveras side.
Where it's actually, you look at those initial match stats, those overall match stats, and it's fairly even. It's just one team was a lot more economical in front of goal, and one was just fucking wasteful.
Batistuta 8 dribbles from a centre forward position as well, so he's been really taking on that side and tormenting them. It's no wonder Mendes ended up on a 5. He's missed a lot of tackles. There's not a whole lot to celebrate there for Calaveras, who've had a good season. And if we just take a look at OABs, yes, Krug did have a good game there in defence. Jurgen Kohler, Alf's nan's nickname. What easy clap. Well played, Martin. Great result there. And we're on to Rio E versus Trumpton. Marcos is continually unhappy. He wants a new challenge. There's no Zidane. Zidane, of course, the focus of playing Zidane in different positions. He's unavailable today. So it looks like Ray Parler taking that role of playing in defensive mid this time.
Can I?
No, Krug. Krug was. I don't think Krug was Alf's nan nickname, was it? Sorry, go on.
I was just going to ask. This is a team again full of quality players, but can I have a look at Pepe Punter, please?
Yeah, Puntas to me, he's not striking me as anyone special. I haven't seen him before, but I know that I'm sure somebody else was going to pick him at one point. Was it Steve? Maybe it was going to have him in his squad as well, but I'm not sure. There's no Wolves in the Wolf of Wall Street, and there's no Wolves in this commentary tonight, which there was meant to be. So, there's a theme here. And 5 feet, a tiger. Well, yes, yeah, we knew you were some form of cat. You asked for that, yeah. Parler, Keane. Savage was going to pick him for Bart versus Australia. Bart versus Australia would be a massive match, that one, wouldn't it? I was saying Boo earns the Wolves. Anyway, so yeah, good team for Trumpton. For Real E, Viduka wants to be transfer listed. Vieira suspended, and the team Somerville's being kept in because he played very well in a recent match. Which one was it?
We were only talking the other day about centre backs wide with inward arrows.
Yeah, I don't understand it, but I understand the point of he needs 2 out wide. But for me, I'll just if you, I'm going to put the first half on. I'm going to put the first half on and just kick on with that. 1 second. I will be back. So, Fifey, it's over to you.
Thank you very much. And really starting the quickest there with the first opportunity, but my boy Emil and Penza, who, for those of you following Division 2, the authorities have decided to ruin the season for everyone by giving him a 9-match ban for no obvious reason. So I'm hoping he has a much better time of it in Division 1. Good luck to my boy. And it's really who take the lead through Veronba, and Penza has scored himself, the man, the myth, the legend, as we approach half an hour. A few moments went by there with nothing really happening. And now my boy's gone and got himself injured. So all best laid plans in that by Dan. And now we're just going to have to chat our way through until Dan returns. So there we go. This is my first time appearing on Swemp for a little while, and a few of you obviously likes to Steve and etc. I get to be quite regular, but did the rest of you have a lovely Christmas and good New Year? I hope you did. Welcome back, Dan.
I'm popping off in a second, but I just noticed that the sub's got to be made. So, very nice message there about Christmas. Very
well,
nice.
You know, I was just filling time like the pro I am.
So I'm just waiting for. While I wait a second, I'll just go and sort out one thing very quickly, and then I'll pop back and make that change. Oh, Heinrich on and swap with Keane. Anyway, Roy Keane's going up front.
What? Why? What?
This is why, because Zidane's not here to be able to do that kind of stuff. So Keane's off up front. It's 2-1. Oh, nice. I'm off again.
As for my favourite soup, do you know what? I'm fairly boring. I quite like the I think it's Heinz that do the big soup, so not their normal soup, the big soup, and I'm just quite happy with. I think it's country vegetable. Something a bit more out there, just because I know the masses want me to lead that celebrity lifestyle. Minestrone's decent as a soup. We've reached halftime, really 3-1 up now. The Veron goal followed up by Dunn, and the man that Dan mentioned pre-match, Somerville, who kept his place. He is on the score sheet as well, and Penza with the only Trumpton goal, but he then went off injured. Heinrich came on and has had very little impact. Roy Keane's rating suffering by being played about 60 yards out of position. Just catching up on your comments here in the chat. Martin saying pumpkin soup with parmesan croutons and crispy bacon bits. Interesting. Chicken soup should be expunged, Steve. I don't know. I don't mind a cream of chicken soup. I can do soup in a restaurant, but not out of the cupboard. Says Mike. Big kids actually talking football, so we'll wait for Dan to come back to see that one. Mike showing his poshness from out of nowhere. Had a cracking curried parsnip soup. Interesting. Chicken and white asparagus. Some nice choices here. I like a butternut. Lads, what happened? Where's the normal? Where's the men of the people like me that with your chicken soup, your vegetable soup? This is all far too M&S and Waitrose for me, this chat. This is why I'm a Division 2 guy. Division 1 is far too highbrow and high class. Welcome back, Dan.
Hello.
You're going to have to deal with them. I can't deal with the rowdiness of these guys. It's just too much for me.
So I'm just going to make these changes. Klomper off for
I've got the impression
Carragher.
that Quinton's watching this while wearing tweed.
Most likely. Swap Puntas and Keane. There we are for them. So that's sorted, isn't it? That's the messages from Big Kid. Pumpkin soup, parmesan croutons, and crispy bacon
Oh, mate,
bits.
honestly, it turned into absolute carnage.
Well, let's get the second half
We've got
on.
curry
The
parsnips and all sorts going on.
favourite pot noodle. Do you have to have one?
Well, I think Mike's just trying to make me feel involved again because they were all talking too posh to me.
The one that's in the bin. Subs are on their way for Real E. And really do have sub plans. Make those quickly.
Sweet and sour, by the way, Mike, is my favourite pot noodle. It would be the chicken one, but I don't like mushrooms.
Well. 60-minute subs.
By the way, that's something annoying. You know what is really nice? Like, when someone makes you a homemade spag bowl and you've got like the lovely cheese that you sprinkle over the top of it and stuff, but they've ruined it by putting big fuck off mushrooms in it. Why?
Scores for Gigs or Cure. Well, Gigs is slightly less fit than Cure, so let's bring on scores there. And Trumpton, subs for Trumpton. Don't know why I didn't go there.
Trying to claim with some of the things he's come out with. He's trying to claim he shops in Aldi.
I went to M&S earlier on. I did. I picked up a reduced sandwich for tomorrow's lunch. £1.54. No, I was actually picking up some clothes and then found a reduced sandwich at the same time.
I've decided that Mike is my kind of guy. Steve was matching me pretty much all night, but now he's questioning my hatred of mushrooms. Whereas Mike, he's got it right. He sits there like I do and starts picking out the shitty bits of mushrooms that people put in things for no reason. If I wanted mushrooms, I'd be vegan.
No, well, I like mushrooms, and I'm certainly not vegan. Stayed off for Puntas.
Certainly not. That's just put it out there. That'll be the new tagline. Swemp FA. Certainly not vegan.
Not suitable for vegans unless you're alright person, and so they're in this league already. Drop to MC with a run like that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Is that what he wants? Let's see. Not Sadolf, definitely Sadolf. Let's see what we can have. It will be a speedy-ish conclusion to this. Drop to there with a run. There we are. There we are. Yeah, speedy-ish conclusion to tonight. So I'll just explain now while we just wait and see if that is what Big Kid wants to. I think that's what it means anyway. Yeah, so the cup games will be played sometime before the next round of fixtures. I'd probably like to get it done over the weekend at some point. Just because obviously the league games, we have 13 rounds of league games to go, and I'd kind of like to finish the league by Easter. So there'll be that, and the next round of league games will be next Wednesday, regardless. Oh yeah, the vegan friendly milkshake, yeah. That's. I think Savage is right. He told me about this.
He got vegan friendly milkshake and they made it with cow's milk.
Yeah, because it was vegan. Because the stuff that went in it was vegan friendly.
That's absolutely super.
Shocking, isn't it, that they did that? It's 3-2. Keane's pulled one back. This is certainly going to be an interesting end to this match.
Late drama for the last game. Come on.
Will we get any here at the end of tonight? Chris forgot, and that's why his team won. Anyway. 3-2 full time, close game in the end. Too many fives on the Trumpton side, but they did generally take off the right players.
No, Quentin, pork pies are absolutely rank.
I like pork pies, proper pork pies. Yeah, ones from butchers or something like that. They are always Very jolly. I think you won, Chris. Let's have a quick look. Results for tonight, yeah, 3-1. 3-1 win. Look at that. So the least a team won by score. Oh, there's one more game, isn't there? There is one more game. What I'm going to do is I am going to play that outside of the stream because I do need to shoot off. So I'll play it outside of the stream and I'll pop it on at some point soon.
I'll just very quickly say thank you to everyone in the chat. It's been quality banter, and I'm glad I was able to hop on tonight because you guys have been quality.
Indeed, so I will play the Asuna Falaraki game probably later tonight, to be honest. I'll probably pop on and play it later tonight. So, I mean, if an impromptu...
to go and set up for tomorrow night's Super League now.
Oh, yes, indeed. So, if an impromptu Swemp show comes up tonight, it will be playing that extra match tonight and seeing how that goes. Steelhawks up to third, Tyneside there. The fixtures for next time, obviously, I'm going to play that tonight. And then these are the fixtures for the league next time out. And in the cup, these fixtures will be played very soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches. So I'll probably put that on maybe even Friday or something like that. So I'll get the save out ASAP. Mike will join me for comms at 2 a.m. Mike, if you will do the commentary on the game, please come and join me. Anyway, good night to Fifey and good night everyone. Cheers, Thank you very much for tonight. Bye-bye.